No,
Ooh.
not
Ooh,
this
there's even like
time.
a warning now. You are being recorded.
Oh, it did give you a warning. I didn't get the warning. That's weird.
I feel like there was definitely a class action lawsuit or something where somebody had their dick out and they're just like,
Something had
we
to have
need a
happened.
disclaimer because there was a
Right.
teacher that flashed a bunch of students or something terrible happened. And that's why we have that disclaimer before our Zoom calls. But hey, welcome to I Could Get Into This, guys.
Yeah, welcome. We're here again, and we are talking about things that we could get into, or things that other people are getting into. We're definitely open to have that conversation with whoever wants to have it with us. We're just looking for attention. Just please, just give
Yes,
us
please validate us.
more
I think if
attention.
anything, like, because you and I are both really pretty extroverted people.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
huggers.
exactly.
So I
Right.
think this is just like us trying to hug the void. Like, hey, we're going to scream out into the void and be our friends.
Yeah, just do us. Give anything. We're just looking
Unbiased
for it.
opinion. We're actually way cooler than any of our listeners probably give us credit for. Can't even say that without laughing.
No, no. We are big nerds, but
Oh, yeah.
that's
One
okay.
of the junior skaters thing informed me, well, you're a pretty cool nerd at least. I'm like, doesn't make me feel better. Thanks. Thanks,
Still
9-year-old
hurts.
kid.
Yeah, still
Really
hurts.
knocking me down a notch.
Right.
Into your laps.
I'm trying to get Zoe. Wants to do the summer camp this year, so
Yeah,
she's gonna
I see
be
other junior
doing that.
Derby's going to do their camp again.
Yeah, that's gonna
Pretty
be
excited
exciting.
about that.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've been looking at a lot of different derby pages, and it's popping up all over the place. I can't remember where it was. I think it's down in Texas. They are doing like a boot camp, and they're like in week 8 of the boot camp. So I don't know if it's like a new skater boot camp,
Maybe.
because I'm like, that's awesome that they're getting something together for that long. But and they
Yeah.
had like 15 people that were in it, so
Oh,
that's
nice.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool to see things start opening up and like we were talking today at work about like navigating the weird like trying to socialize again. I know here in the
Right.
Dakotas we're a little bit different just because we never really locked down that hard, but it's weird to be like forgetting how overwhelmed you are with social situations because we've spent the last year not being in them.
Right, exactly.
Like, I just kind of want to hang out at home because that's what I've done the last year. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's the weirdest part about it. And the thing is that I guess probably because we've done it for so long that it started feeling comfortable. And despite wanting to get out and do more things, I'm definitely finding myself, I'm scheduled for travel next week. It's the first time I'm going to be getting out and doing any kind of travel after the pandemic, and I'm nervous. I it's just like, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I go to like really local fairs and find hole in the wall bars and everything. I don't know if I want to do that because I'm afraid of I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Well, and
everything, I guess.
I'm trying to be like as respectful as possible as people's boundaries. Like, I was
Sure.
talking to a hotel manager that works with us, and he was saying he went to a conference of other like hotel owners, and he's like, I've been fully vaccinated for several months now, and he's like, I still wear my mask, but he's like, we broke into these small groups, and somebody asked if if everyone was comfortable with them taking off their masks, and he's just like, everyone just had panic in their eyes, and he's like, we can leave them on, it's fine. I just wanted to ask the question, and I'm like,
Right.
I think it's just become so ingrained that it's going to take time and we just need to be, gentle with people.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. We're living in weird times, folks.
Don't be a dick. We've said
Yeah,
that
and don't be a
before.
dick.
And
Like if
we
someone's
can.
wearing a mask, like you don't need to give them shit. It's their comfort
Right.
level.
Right.
Um, yeah.
I'm expecting that on my tour of the East Coast that I'm going to get told or asked a lot of times, "Oh, are you not vaccinated?" No, I'm vaccinated. I just want to wear my mask just to be considerate. But
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm just gonna put this out there because it's already been used as a pickup line. Because don't tell somebody you've had all your shots as a pickup line because it's super cringe.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I
Yeah.
went for a drink for some friends and I had to finish mine, so I was the last one there. And some guy sat at the bar and sat next to me and he's like, "Don't worry, I've had all my shots." And I was like,
That's
"Ew."
not a good way to, yeah.
Like, and
Phrasing,
finish my drink
phrasing.
and bye. Yeah, not a clever pickup line, not a good one. Like, that's the only thing you got in your favor. The bar's
Yeah.
low. So
Exactly.
pro
Well, and
tips.
plus that was probably one of those type of people that actually was mask attractive. You know, they're talking about
Oh
how
yeah.
people were so much more attractive when you could only see this much
Oh
and
man, that
covering
is the
up their
thing.
face, and then now you see their mouth and they're like,
Well, there's
snaggletooth.
like people I haven't seen like the lower third of their face for a year. Like, you have a mustache?
Right.
How long have you
When did
had that beard?
Yeah.
The other kind of weird thing is like now like Zoom calls feel like the standard. So it's really weird if somebody just wants to call and like do a conference call just talking on the phone. I'm like, are you mad? Like, let me send you a Zoom link. Like now the expectation is like, I have to see your face to really communicate. And it's kind of weird that that's become the norm.
Yeah. Well,
I enjoy it.
and that's the thing that I'm I don't know, worried about, because I enjoyed travel. I enjoyed, and I'm still probably going to enjoy travel. But it's going to be a little weird to get used to it again. And now it's going to be like, oh well, we can just do a Zoom call. That's fine. It's like, no, I want to come. I want to visit. I want to see you.
My experience, because I have been traveling for work, is that there really is still no substitute from being there in person.
I agree.
I've just noticed how like strange that like how video calls have become very casual. Like,
yes.
if you're going to collaborate on anything, it's like, oh, we could email, but how about we just Zoom for an hour? We could just have FaceTime. And it might be because I'm very animated and talk with my hands, but
it does
for our listeners, there's a lot of hand. Yeah, I'm that person in Zoom calls where my hands are all over the place and very animated. There's very little opportunity for me to hide my emotions.
Well, that's why
I like Zoom calls. Like, I can tell if you're being honest because.
And that's why we started doing the YouTube videos too now. So so people could actually see us as we're doing our show now. Are you recording this
video too?
Exactly.
Oh, this is cringe. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
This is
sorry.
This is unfiltered, no makeup, Leah. So
there's no difference.
Even if the only difference is sometimes I'll put lipstick on, but
yeah, you like the bright lipsticks too, don't you?
I do. I'm still trying to find. I guess we could put it into like the actual category of our podcast. I love lipstick, but I really struggle to find a good lipstick that can make it through the day. But I think it's because I drink a shitload of coffee. Like, I don't want to undersell this. Like, I will drink a pot of coffee on my own at work, and that just
so good. You always have to worry about what it gets on too, right? I'm assuming.
Well, like now they have like fancy lip gloss where you put like the lipstick on, then you put like a gloss to seal it, but like the acidity of the coffee just like burns through that, so you get like this weird like it's not a good look.
The nice thing is it doesn't go on the cups, but the bad thing is it takes it off, and
it takes it off your face, so you look
off
like
your top lip anyway, and so the bottom lip is still good, but
so if anybody has any good like lipstick recommendations, go nuts. Except I don't like Scentsy, or what's that? There was like a really hot lipstick like MLM for a while. Like, all my friends were selling it. It stayed on really good, but it like burned. Like, that was their selling point. Like, that's how you know it's working. I'm just like, why does my face hurt so much? Just hold on, about 5 more minutes. That color won't come off. I'm just like,
it's the snake venom.
With my skin now, isn't it? Awesome.
Right. It's the snake venom. That's all you gotta do is do that. You get those plump lips, and
oh God, don't get me started on a lip plumper. Whew. My God rest her soul. I know Emily will not listen to this, but my cousin Emily, she like just turned 30, and I think she's having her like third life crisis. Gorgeous, like beautiful girl, and she decided to get lip injections. She has like the weird like lip mustache where like it's a little bit puffy above your lip line. I'm just not into any kind of cosmetic surgery unless it's something where like you need this because it's a mental thing. But like with her, I think she was just like, well, I'm single and ready to mingle, and now I can't talk to my lips. I think it's reversible. I think you can like deflate your lips, but like don't do it, guys.
I wonder if, so, and that's what I'm wondering, what happens when you see um, uh, uh, actresses on TV or in movies where it looks like their top lip is completely numb, like it just, yeah, it's up a little bit,
Like,
but it doesn't never moves. Yeah, yeah,
this
and
is the
it's
look.
just,
This is what you
yeah,
guys are doing.
right, right.
You shouldn't have told me we have video. We're in trouble now.
I think Emily Blunt is one that is that way,
Yeah.
where her top lip never moves, no matter what she does, no matter what face she
Yeah,
makes.
they like inject stuff in there and
Yeah, I don't understand it. And I just, what was the other one? I don't remember her name, but the Meredith Grey on Grey's Anatomy.
yeah.
It's like her top lip is always in one position. Renee Zellweger kind of has that
Yeah,
too.
she's gone overboard with like fillers and stuff. And I mean, I
Yeah,
get it. There's a shitload of pressure on actresses, especially
sure.
actresses of a certain age to try to look younger, but like again, like let's just let people age naturally. Like
Yeah,
you earn all those wrinkles and lines in your face. Like let's
yeah,
celebrate that.
yeah.
No offense, but
Look
dudes
at
get to celebrate that.
Right. Look at Sigourney Weaver and Glenn Close and Betty White. I
Tony
mean,
Collette, like these
Toni
amazing like
Collette.
powerhouse actresses
Yes,
that own their flaws and have no problem looking their age. Like, yeah.
absolutely. Toni Collette. Oh,
Oh, I
she
love her
she's
so
in.
much. Like
Yes, she's
she's like
amazing.
my favorite actor of all time. Like everything I see her in, I just adore her. So as I'm sure she is a listener. So
Absolutely. Yes. Call us, Tony. We know you're
yep,
into
call
some really
me.
weird
Love
stuff.
to hang out. Yep.
Well, you
I
might
mean,
be doing
honestly,
that.
anybody who listened to our show and called and wanted to hang out, I'm pretty much down. So
Right, exactly. Yeah. Just send
clearly
us
you're
an
cool.
email.
So
It's, yeah, yeah. Only if you're cool.
only if you're cool. Yeah.
So you might have an opportunity to be able to see her at one of these film festivals that you're going to be
Yeah,
going
so
to.
Valentine Crush, we kind of put our preliminary film festival list out there. The big one's going to be Fantasia Film Festival in Montreal in August, which I'm hoping to go to.
Oh, yes.
It's my birthday month, so I'm like, ee! The rest of
That's
the
exciting.
festivals, I don't know if I'll be able to get to. I know I'm personally going to the Austin Film Festival. But that's really just because I wanted to go.
Right.
We're not going to enter it into the contest. I
Oh,
just wanted to
okay.
go to meet people and like be a screenwriting dork. So if you're
Sure.
listening and going to Austin, hi, I can't wait to see you.
You put out all those different festivals that you're applying for anyway, and Austin was on there as one that you said you
Yeah,
were
it's a
just going
different
to.
film festival. It's at the
Oh,
end
I
of
see.
yeah, it's at the end of September. And then
Okay.
the Austin Film Festival is the end of October. So I'm like,
Oh, I
well,
see.
yeah,
I'm trying to get down to Texas, and I was actually looking at the second to last week of September to go down there, but
hey,
yeah,
stars could align.
I was trying to figure out the only thing last month or last week of the month is
Yeah, that's that.
always tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we should like legislate it so that we always have the last Monday of a month off.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that probably is an accounting nightmare, but like I personally like month end fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
got billing to
terrible.
do, I've got things to schedule, I've got stuff to get off to the printer. So like if I could just like have a 3-day weekend to recover from all that,
Yeah. But
just
then again,
my two
that's
cents.
usually for me, that's the first week of the month. I have
Mm,
nothing the first week of the month. It's pretty low
fair.
key at that time. So, but
That's my pitch.
there
It's a
you
win.
go. Yeah, yeah. It's out there. It lives in the inner tubes now.
Yep.
It's gonna be on the podcast. We're gonna have tons of management material type people that's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
listening to this.
The big wigs, they're tuning in.
Absolutely.
I don't think the big wigs know how to like listen to a podcast, let
Big
alone
wigs
watch a
don't.
YouTube video. Like, figure it out, dum dums.
Yeah, they don't know how to even turn on a computer. So, but then again, they don't have to. They have people for that. I'm not a fan.
So, what are you getting into?
So,
Other than like, people, management
yeah.
people getting into their computers.
Actually, one of the things I'm getting into is something I've been getting into a while, and I actually took a drink of it earlier.
Yeah, see, you're
And
drinking.
yeah, you probably
What is
can't read
that?
it backwards. It's called
Omission Brewing.
yes, it's gluten free beer.
Ooh. So what
And
is it made out of?
so it is made out.
Science?
No, yeah, exactly. It is crafted to remove the gluten. So yeah, I don't know. Beer fermented from barley, a grain containing gluten, and crafted to remove gluten. The gluten content of this beer cannot be verified, and this beer may contain gluten.
So we might have just given him a good plug and then like taken it away.
Exactly. Here's the plug though. If you would think that a gluten-free beer would be bad, I would say that it's wrong. So this is the lager. I've had the pale ale, the IPA,
And what are you
all of
drinking right
them.
now?
This is the lager.
Okay.
Yep. So this is just the straight Budweiser or whatever. It's an American lager. So nothing too heavy, nothing too light. A decent
Good
summer
summer
beer.
beer.
Yep. And yeah, so you can find these in most places.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know where they're yeah, let's see, Portland. That's actually based out of Portland.
There
So
you go. Yeah, Mission, send
yeah,
us a free 6-pack. I don't think you can ship alcohol
absolutely.
to South Dakota, but we could find
You
a
can
way.
now. You can now.
Can
I
you?
yes, I see. I didn't realize this. I just got 3 bottles of wine in the mail. So yeah,
Oh,
I looked it up and in 2016, they changed that.
nice.
Yeah. So, however, the person sending it has to have certain
Yeah,
restrictive rules or
I
whatever.
suppose they have to
But
have like a liquor license maybe or something.
mhm.
My stepdad's a pharmacist, so before the law changed, my stepsister who lives out in by the Finger Lakes in New York State would send
Okay.
wine, and she'd ship it to my stepdad in the pharmacy because pharmacies can accept alcohol by mail. Technically legal.
Oh, funny. I always just talk to people that I knew in Laverne and said, "Hey, I got a package
Hook up.
coming in. Just hold on to me for me." Yeah.
Well,
So
Rick and Glennis used to ship it to the Sioux City store and then bootleg it up north.
ah, perfect.
There's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I just as thanks for a huge project that it happened 7 months ago.
Hey,
I
better
we
late than never.
exactly. So yeah, so there was a it was a red, a white, and a rose type
Ooh,
of wine that they
very
sent out.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can get into that,
Yeah.
getting free booze in the mail.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, I'm a huge sours fan of
Yes.
beer, and last week there is a brewery here in town called shoot, I'm gonna forget the name now, which would be great for a plug. Artisan Ales,
Yes,
and
yes.
they have a key lime pie sour that is the best thing I've ever tasted.
Ah, yes. I
So
you've talked about that. And
cameras
I don't know about
glitching
key
out.
lime.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know about key lime. I just I
It's just a
can't
really
get
kind of tart,
into.
little bit of sweet.
Yeah. So I went beer shopping the other day and I got a bunch of sours because I figured a sour is a good summer ale
Mhm.
too, to be able to drink. And I got 3 different types of sours. And I think Artisan was one of them. There's a one sour that was called Slush,
Hmm.
and that's all it was, just said slush. I'm like, sold, why not? And then there was another one that was rainbow sherbet,
Ooh,
so it tastes
sounds
like
good.
rainbow sherbet. It's got the lime in there, the strawberry or cherry or
Hmm.
orange, and then I also had a blueberry one. You were
Hmm.
talking about your blueberry
Yeah, the
beers.
blueberries in the beer.
Absolutely. So I found this blueberry. I think it's called triple noir, something like that, or black
Fancy.
noir. And it was blackberries and blueberries, and yeah, it's super super tart. Tight. It's tight.
It's tight. Tweet
Yeah.
that thing we're doing.
Yeah, we can start it. It's
Hashtag that's
super
tweet.
tart. It's toit. It's so toit. It's tart.
Tweet. Tweet.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah, summer sour beers, definitely get into. Donna is not a fan of sour beers though. She
Neither is
found out.
Dusty, which is good because if I buy a 6-pack, it is all on me to drink. So I'm
Perfect.
like,
So
look what you don't like these still?
Donna's biggest thing was is she tried the sour and she's like, oh my gosh, it's in my throat.
Oh
It's
yeah, you
it's
kind of
like
feel like the
sitting
back of
there.
your
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
make
you
your
get the
tonsils sing.
the saliva get going. It's
That's the
it
best
it.
part.
That's what I told her. I said, that's what I like about the summer. It sticks with you and it's always there. And she's
And
like,
she's like,
no, I want to get rid of this. I don't like it.
no, this is bad and I want off this ride. Okay.
Right. So she had a tough time with that. But every time that I have one, she's like, can
She
I
tries it
sniff
and
it?
it's
Can I
just like,
try it? And
still
she's
don't
like,
like it.
no, it's still there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna go away.
It's called a sour.
For a reason. Yeah. So that's what I was getting into is the beer, Omission Brewing.
Tis the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and yeah, I would say sour ales, sour beers, definitely something to get into. That's the thing about sour beers is I don't think a lot of people realize is that there's so many different tastes
Oh yeah.
and varieties.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be that it was just like a lemon,
Yeah.
or something like that, but no, they got some nice fruity
Do you ever get into
sours in there.
Radler before?
No.
I got into Radler. We went to Germany, visited our relatives. Like people just drink Radler all day long. And basically Radler is like, if you wanted to make the poor man's Radler, it'd be like half Pilsner style beer, half 7-Up.
Oh, okay.
And
Interesting.
it's actually really tasty, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like designed to be like something you don't get drunk off of. You just drink it all day long. But it's
Yeah.
just really light and refreshing. So like people working in the fields like would seriously just drink Radler.
Oh gosh.
And I would just drink cases of it because again, you wouldn't get drunk. You'd just be like, "Oh, this is a nice buzz," and I could just keep doing this. So, like whenever I
Yeah.
go out to the lake and try to hang with the makers, I'd usually bring like a case of beer and then some 7-Up so I could cut my beer and not get too wasted.
It's tough when you try keeping up with
I
with
can't
them.
keep up with professionals. That's really what it is. That's why you bring a koozie. Is no one knows when you switch to like ginger ale versus the beer. Be like, yeah, keep it up with you.
Exactly. Oh, funny. Good. What else are you getting into?
So, like I said, kind of tis the season. I've been getting back into plein air painting. So,
Oh yeah,
just painting
absolutely.
outdoors. Last summer, I did a postcard contest. So they sent me these little, I don't know, 4x3-inch cards to paint on, and the whole entire contest was just you had to paint outdoors and real scene. You couldn't work from a photograph or anything. And it was my first experience doing plein air painting because I've never really done a lot of landscapes before.
Okay.
And it definitely helps that they're small because it can be very time consuming to paint something. And if the weather changes or the lighting changes, it just feels like you're constantly doing stuff. So kind of put a little kit together. So this last weekend we were at the farm and spent probably 2 hours painting the barn and stuff, and it turned out pretty cute. So looking forward to try to find more time in the weekends coming this summer to do a little painting or something. Just try to get better at it.
And I'm so happy that you corrected me because every time I see that, I always called it Plen. It's because it's Plen, right?
Yeah, which basically just means like in the air painting, which it's French.
Yeah, Plein Air.
But I don't do it. I mean, I don't have like a collapsible easel or anything. Usually it's just me on a picnic blanket and the pug. But yeah, it's fun. It's kind of a different sort of challenge because you've got to, you're looking at everything. So you have to figure out like, okay, what am I going to crop out of this picture and make a composition. So it's a fun challenge. I need more hobbies, so it's good.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you need more hobbies. I suppose the ratios is also probably really tricky to try to get something that's small enough.
Yeah, like I try to work with proportions, and it's because it's good mental exercise for getting your little brush out there to figure out the angles so that your vanishing point's the right way, and yeah, kind of tap into all the things I learned in college that I should be applying as an art major.
Right. It sounds way more technical than I thought it would be.
Well, and the funny thing is I always spend like a lot of time sketching it out and then just be like, erase it all and just be like, fuck it, and just start painting.
This looks better anyway.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, this looks stupid. And I'm like, we'll just start painting. Uh, they usually can kind of fix it as you go.
Yeah.
It's paint, so if you fuck it up, you just paint over it.
Right.
And if
Exactly.
it's
You can
bad, I
find
just don't
different
tell
ones.
anybody I did anything that day.
No one else needs to
Plausible
see it.
deniability.
Right. Exactly. Is that going to help?
I don't know. Like this camera, Dusty borrowed
Does
it.
not.
Now it's giving me the gossamer blur, which is probably better. Again, I'm kind of like I'm so late to the idea that like people have filters on things. So I mean, apparently Zoom has like filters.
I know. I just don't even bother with it.
I know. I do know. Like this last TM meeting, I had a little pizza hat on the whole time. That was pretty fun.
Oh, very cute.
So I was like, well, how come we don't have anybody using filters?
They corporate offices sent out a message saying, here's 4 different filters that you can use for your official presentations. I was like, nope, I'm not. I don't need to have a big J beside me. I don't care.
It's sort of like I'm always immediately sus when I see someone with like a virtual background. I mean, right now it looks like I'm in a closet, but it's not too far from the truth.
Right, exactly.
Don't you appreciate the authenticity? Me looking like a complete scrub in my basement.
Right, exactly. That's the same thing with me. I always like it when people start asking me about all the different things that I have.
And
yeah.
Nick lamp and what else we got there?
Yep. The little Snoopy and yeah. My party animal crown that was given to me. All earned. The important things. Yes. Yeah, earned, absolutely. And the dozens and dozens of playing cards that I own as well. So
yeah, you're gonna make a cool display or something.
I know. I always say that I'm going to do that, but I never.
And then
do.
You just throw another one on the stack. Sorry.
Exactly. It's like, oh, hey, I got some more. Blop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be getting a lot of playing cards.
So.
Yeah, I always collect playing cards when I go traveling, and I'm going to be traveling to a ton of different places, new places that I've never been to before. I'm excited. I get to drive through Rhode Island, and I was just like, I don't know, for some reason.
Rhode Island.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just don't. I've always been enamored with the fact that Rhode Island is such a small state. And it's just like, oh, I'm actually going to go there. I'm going to drive through it. I'm going to stay there a night. It's going to be great.
Is it Me, Myself, and Irene that happens in Rhode Island?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. You better watch it and brush up so you can have some talking points for the fine people of the smallest. Now, Rhode Island's the smallest. Delaware is the second smallest state.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, see, the only thing I was thinking of, because I didn't look this up, I wonder if Hawaii actually is smaller than Rhode Island.
I don't think so. I think there's more land mass with Hawaii combined with all the islands.
Yeah,
Rhode Island's pretty wee.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What I've been told, I don't know. I've never been there, so this is going to be my first time.
I bet if you bring that up at a bar and be like, oh man, I bet you guys are like, people probably will get in a fight with you.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I can drive from one end of the state to the other in 6 hours and still not get a.
We can fit like 70 of your like loser state in our big dumb state.
We got 2 time zones.
2 time zones and 1 zip code. Figure it out, dum-dums. Right. We have it. Yeah, I always think it's really funny how like people get very like you're like the state you live in means anything. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. But like people that have like extreme state pride.
Oh, I have so many people that get confused when I tell them I'm from South Dakota.
Oh, me too.
It's just like, oh, they made that movie, that Fargo, about that. It's like, nope, that's North Dakota. Oh, well, it's the same thing anyway. No,
with the movie Nomad coming out, I definitely had more people that were familiar with South Dakota because of all the scenes that were shot there.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I always think it's funny when you tell people like how big it is, though, because we'll get people who come here to Sioux Falls. We're on the extreme eastern side, and they're like, we want to go see Mount Rushmore. I'm like, you got 6 hours? Because that's how long it's going to take you to drive at fucking 80 miles an hour to go see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, 80 miles an hour, 6 hours. Yeah, that's all. That's what it takes. But I'm glad that we can go up to 80 now, at least.
Oh, yeah.
When the interstate was 65 at one point, that was ridiculous.
That South Dakota needs like Autobahn rules. Like if you're like a civilian vehicle, like trucks, semi-trucks, construction, like large heavy equipment still needs a speed limit, but everybody else, like, fucking who cares?
Isn't that what I know? Montana tried doing that for a while there. I don't know if they still have that, but
Yeah, I don't
uh,
know. They have speed limits. They
they
still run speed limits. Don't ask how I
they
know.
definitely do. Oh, did you get picked up?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm usually
okay.
pretty good. I used to speed a lot, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Like it saves you like 5 minutes in the grand scheme of things. So
right. Right, exactly. I just take less stops. That's what I do.
it's true. I've driven with you. Unless I start like really telling you we need to stop, you're not going to stop.
No, no, no. I dehydrate myself so I don't have to stop. And
You're
it's
worse than
probably not a
Wes.
good thing, but so other things I'm getting into, I don't have a transition. Can you
We're
imagine
bad at
that?
transitions anyway, so just plunge on
I
through it.
I know. I just like to be able to grab something and say,
Be
"Oh,
all smooth.
transition."
Well,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
reminds me of this.
That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be that guy, and I can't get that right now. But
We can fix it
um
in post, right?
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I don't. This is just
No.
it. I just put it
I'm
out
sure
there.
we could. I'm sure we could, but I don't.
When we're making the big bucks, yeah, that we'll
Right.
do that.
Yeah, we'll pay someone to do that. Um, so there's a couple things that's come up that I actually wrote them down weeks ago, and it's like I got to get to this because it's really fun to be able to watch. And actually, it's two different things. One of them is on YouTube, and the other one I found through Facebook.
Hmm.
On Facebook, if you go to Slingshot Kissimmee, so it's a slingshot ride, which I'm sure you've seen, where they
Oh
pull it
yeah.
back and you go boom. So in Kissimmee, Florida, they actually have a Facebook page that is devoted to the slingshot, and they bring people in, doing that's going to be there, and then they post them online.
Oh
So there's
yes.
tons of videos that are on there, and I love being able to watch reaction videos for that slingshot. I was
That's
watching through
funny.
them, and I saw one of them where the person that one of the two people that are on there, because it's only two people you can have there,
Hmm.
one of the two people would pass out. So it
Oh
like had
yeah.
all the
I've
extreme,
seen
and there's
that one.
like, "Ugh," and then they get back up, and
And
then
then they
they
wake
go,
up and it's like, oh,
"Ugh."
oh. I suppose the G forces are gonna make you pass out.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Give me more of that.
Have you
So
ever done one of those before?
I haven't. No.
Would you do
I've
one?
I might. I don't know.
Oh
I have
hell no.
I
No, no,
have
no. I would
I
never
have
do
big
it.
man syndrome, where I feel that I'm going to get on something like that and I'm going to break it. Like my weight limit is going to be
It's gonna like
exceeded,
snap
and
off and you're gonna get
yeah,
launched into the sun.
exactly. So that is where my fear is. Otherwise, I'd have no problems with it. I don't think. I
Oh
I think
god.
it would be a lot of fun. I like the I do go on to like the tower power rides where they go
Hmm.
straight up for a
Oh,
while. Yeah, those I love
I
those.
just I love roller coasters, but I don't like rides like that. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. It's too much for me. I will be the person vomiting on it.
I love feeling the G forces, feeling
Mm.
that you're just getting scrushed down, and then you get to the top that you are weightless. I
Oh,
love
rise
that,
out of your
having that
seat, your
feeling.
stomach goes with it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's fine. I can handle the
I
stomach.
can
I
handle a
got
little bit of that, but like the
right.
free fall stuff, just
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and I think that's where something like that, when you are propelled into something, I think is better than when you're at the top and then you just wait and then all of a sudden, boom,
Let's
you
say
get
like the
dropped.
propelling part, like the going up would be fun. I think that like moment where you're just like, oh no, and you
Yeah.
start falling, like that's what I would be like, and we're out of here.
See, the one part about the slingshot that would actually get me is that you can actually go around 360
Oh
head
yeah,
over
that's where I'm like,
heels.
it's Vomit City right
That's the
there.
one part where I would probably have the hardest part. But
I mean,
no,
I
I
get car sick so easily. Like just
right.
watching those videos is probably gonna make me sick.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that I could, but it's one of those things that I'd have to find someone that'd be willing to do it with me, and yeah, but not you, not
No,
you.
I'll take pictures. I'm more of a, like I said, I love like old school wooden roller coasters.
Oh,
There
you
used to be
know,
one when I was a kid
mhm.
growing up that would go the whole thing forward, that would stop, and you do the whole thing backwards.
Oh, wow.
That was my favorite. Like when it was going backwards because you couldn't see anything, and it would just be like, oh, you just drop down, and I don't know,
Yeah.
something about the noise of a roller coaster, and then just like the big slow tick up that first hill where you're just like your heart's
Hmm.
racing, and you feel like you're almost there, and oh, it's the best. I loved like riding in the front, and then you'd ride in the back, so you could get like seeing it, and then you'd get like whipped around. I don't know. I miss
Oh,
roller
sure.
coasters, and maybe this summer is a time to go back to Valley Fair, which for anybody who's outside the Midwest, I think is the closest roller coaster location for us, aside from like some smaller places in Iowa.
Kansas City.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah. I love roller coasters. I'm not a fan of the wooden ones just because they always jerk you so much, and I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like getting jerked.
Not what I heard. Ew.
If I'm gonna get jerked, I'm gonna do it myself.
Don't jerk and drive.
Mhm. That's the one thing that I know not to do.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you,
South
South
Dakota.
Dakota. Yeah, thanks, South Dakota Tourism. Um, so the other thing that I, watching online that I caught glimpse of it. I can't remember what I was doing then, but also I was like, oh, this is awesome. On YouTube, if you do a search for extreme knife competitions, and what they do is they take this big ass knife. It looks like a machete, but it's not that big yet, and they go through and you have to chop all these different things together, like you're chopping wood with a knife, and then after that you need to slice this paper towel roll, and then after that you need to chop this freestanding rope in a certain area, and then you have to make these precision chops, and then you have to, there's one place where you release a ball, a tennis ball
You
comes
have to
down, and you
slice the
chop,
ball.
yeah, you chop the ball as it comes down, and then you release another ball, and it's a golf ball, and you chop that as well, and it's all based off of what you
Time and
chop,
performance.
and
Like if you
yeah,
chopped it clean. Oh, this
exactly. So
this feels like something I would have invented in fourth grade with my brothers. Be like, okay, guys, don't tell mom, but we're gonna get the knife, the good knife out of the kitchen.
right,
Best 2 out of 3. Like
it's
someone got
amazing.
grounded inventing this sport.
Right.
100%.
Absolutely. It's amazing watching these competitions. Now, I can only find a couple of them. So, like the one that has the most views is from 2017.
Hmm.
But it's amazing because they have these knives, and like I said, they're chopping like 4 inches worth of wood, and they're just hacking away of it, and then they're making these delicate cuts. They have a sheet of paper that just stands there, and they do a sideways slight slice along it after chopping this wood. I'm just like, how
This
can
kind of
that
reminds me
stay?
of another thing you kind of stumble on through Reddit or the YouTube holes
Sure.
was like people that do knife demo videos, because apparently like if you custom order knives, generally you will also receive a video that has the maker of the knife show you like
Oh,
those things. So I'm
really?
like, I wonder if that's the origin of this, because yeah, they'll do like cutting something like a piece of wood, then cutting a piece of paper, and then delicately filleting the skin off of a tomato, and then just like slicing
Yeah.
someone's throat. Like just that last one in there.
That one may or may not be
Yeah,
true.
this feels like like mall ninja energy, but
Absolutely. And I loved watching the infomercials going up.
oh
Late
yeah,
night, and
you
all
just
of a
drop
sudden,
the knife and look at it, just slice that tomato clean. You're like,
right?
wow,
Yeah, yeah.
if mom would let me
Billy
cut
Mays,
tomatoes, I could do this.
right? Billy Mays was an inspiration for me getting into announcing. Absolutely.
He was the man.
Hi, everyone. Billy Mays
Billy
here.
Mays here. He had to have
More
been in so many
likely.
drugs. I mean,
Oh my
he and
gosh.
that Sham Wow guy, like you
Oh,
saw the white all around their eyes.
yes,
That's
indeed.
cocaine right there, kids.
What was his name? Was it
Shit, I
Vince?
don't
I
remember
think it
his
was
name. I
Vince
just
was
remember like a
ShamWow.
hooker bit like the tip of his tongue off or something is what I heard.
It's probably true.
Like,
Absolutely.
just the tip.
Just the tip.
I don't know.
So then is that the joke where afterwards he says, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. He's like, "Oh, there's not."
Hey, wait.
We're the worst people. I'm sorry. Sorry to
We
everyone
kind of,
listening.
I think we got into dad joke territory.
Yeah, we really waded into it. Apologies.
Oh my. That's what happens when I start drinking on the show.
I know. I had a pregame beer before this, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll wait till after supper. You know, I'm trying to be healthy and it's backfiring.
I was so hungry and I only had about 30 minutes left and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a beer instead. Yeah, that'll tide me over until
That
so
sounds
this
like my
is
logic.
right, exactly. So this isn't just me on a beer, it's me on an
You want
empty
a beer and an
stomach
empty
beer.
stomach?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so like, okay, no segue here, really. Just
No, sure.
you know, we've all been cooking at home, and I wanted to try a recipe of friend. So I've been trying to eat healthy, and I have a couple of friends that are doing keto because they're crazy. And a
Mm-hmm.
friend of mine was like, "Oh, you've got to try this cucumber sushi roll recipe." I'm like, all right, I love cucumber rolls, and you know, it sounds healthy.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
literally just like crab meat, like thin sliced cucumber, rice vinegar, and then like sesame seeds. So I tried to make it last night, and not only did it look terrible, it was awful. And I was like, well, I can fix this. So I like made some rice and I put like the rolls on the rice and then tried to put some spicy mayo. Still terrible. I threw the whole thing out. I just ate cottage
gosh,
cheese last night
no.
for dinner. I was just like, I don't even want to look at food right now. This is just proves that people that are on keto are insane.
Yes, indeed. I can't do any of those diets.
I just can't diet. Like, I don't know. There's a cupcake there. I'm just gonna eat it. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not that disciplined, unfortunately.
Nope.
Right. Well, anything else that you're getting into?
Oh, the only other thing okay. So we talked hot vac summer. Everyone's excited for doing social things. So I am excited because I'm hosting my first party.
Yes, I saw that.
You probably saw the invitation for. So
I did.
I have had this like fever dream for a while now that I want to throw a big, super girly tea party. So I'm going to make it happen in a couple weeks. For anybody who doesn't know, I live on a pretty busy street here in town, and I like to throw parties in my front yard because it's right there and it's kind of funny. So we're talking funny. Tables, tablecloths, big dorky flowers, lots of teapots, alcohol, or not alcohol. People don't want to drink. Little tiny sandwiches and little pastries, and then big dumb hats, flouncy dresses. Yeah,
oh my gosh,
it's going to be a spectacle, and I am here for it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I can't wait. I
Please
saw the invite.
I mean, you don't have to wear a big like a big hat or anything. Like Dusty's just like, can I just wear jeans and a t-shirt? Like, well, you can wear whatever you want. But I am already shopping for hats, and let me tell you, like, you can spend as much as you want on a hat. Good gravy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you finding some
like
good
Kentucky
prospects
Derby
at least?
Woo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And,
no.
I mean, people don't get rid of hats. It's not like everything else at the thrift shop. People hang on to hats for whatever reason. So I've given up hope that I'll be able to find a secondhand hat. I'm just going to buy one, but
you probably don't really want a secondhand hat too.
Yeah.
You know, there's that lice issue that usually gets in there.
That's probably true.
Yeah. it comes with its own critters.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to either buying or making a giant dumb hat to go with my big dumb frilly dress.
Well, and if the party is anything like your other parties in the past, the cops will be there to take pictures.
Yep, the police will probably stop by or drive by slowly and take selfies.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they don't get us in trouble, but they like to take pictures and
hopefully we'll make like Argus 911, like just some weird.
Oh, that would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Right? Yeah. This drunken tea party getting out of control on 26th Street.
Oh man, reports of a tea party going on.
We're gonna have to make a little sign that says like "You honk, pinkies up" or something like.
Oh yeah, pinkies up.
It's gonna be delectable. I can't wait to have a party and have more parties, hopefully.
Oh, that's
like I said,
great.
I'm still banking on this Wicker Man themed birthday party at some point. So.
You're going to do that out of the farm? Have you been able to get approval for that yet?
Still working on it.
Okay.
It'll happen. I win everyone over eventually.
Right, exactly. Well, if anything, we can always, try to convince my mother-in-law in Beersford about doing something
There you
like
go.
that. So be a little
There you
bit
go. Open
longer, but
invitation. Any listeners that want to come to my birthday, you're welcome.
there
Just
you go.
gotta show up, I guess.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just got to find it.
Yeah, just be cool.
Yeah, just be
Uh,
cool. So that we can learn the ways.
right, right. So yeah, I didn't have anything else. However, I did have something that I needed to add. I had an email that came in. So yes, so we actually had an
We
email
got an email. This is news.
with a listener that
Oh,
has
wasn't just
that
an offer
wanted to.
for off-brand Viagra bonus.
No, no, we
Nope,
did
that
get
actually is what they're getting into. And they sent a picture.
off-brand Viagra. Absolutely. Oh my, Mike, if you
Oh,
send me that
dicey.
picture, I'm not gonna be happy
Yeah,
with
don't
that.
open the link. Don't open the link.
So one of our great fans in California and San Diego, a announcer friend of mine, goes by the ill Reverend Mike, and he sent us an email. He also responds to us on Twitter, where you can find us at see get into this. I think I never remember the Twitter one. I think that's just kind of a
Twitter's
running
down.
joke of anything. Yeah, you can find it. Do a search and just find us. So here's the email. I'll read it word for word here. It says, "Hey guys, lately I've been loving live albums, more specifically Spotify sponsored live collections. The live tracks have been doing a great job getting more out of a song than the original recording. They are even winning me over with songs in which I wasn't interested. The cheering and the crowd singing along is also a great mood booster." So he included that, and then he also said he gave kind of a message online too on Twitter. Said, "I want to add to my email that the reason I love those music lists is because not only they are live, they all take advantage of it by really enhancing the song's structure. You get a very unique take on an established song." So I thought that was pretty cool. That's a good
Yeah.
idea, good thing. That's also what I was thinking about is the reason why I get into cover songs.
Mm.
Because you always have someone else's take on popular songs. But I didn't even think about that, in the live version.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a cool idea. I mean, because I'm sure you're the same boat. You listen to a lot of the same bands.
yeah.
I really get into. There's a band called Iron Horse that
Okay.
does bluegrass covers of popular bands. So
Yes.
I've been really listening to their Modest Mouse cover collection, which is a lot of fun. But they do like Metallica and
Yep.
gosh, a couple other like really popular bands, and it's just fun because it makes you listen to the lyrics and the song in a different way.
Right, right, and it really kind of brings out, it's like we spoke in our last episode where not really a lyric person as opposed to just a music person. That is a great opportunity, especially with the bluegrass
Hmm.
or other ways to be able to say, oh, I guess I didn't realize that is actually what it says, and that's actually what it's trying to convey,
Yeah.
through the song.
I also really love like when you listen to live albums, they'll usually include like the little banter with the
Oh yeah.
musicians, and like I just love that stuff because it's fun. Because sometimes it's a little snippet of why they wrote the story or about touring, and like I said, if you're already a fan of the band, it's just one more kind of little peek at what it's like to even see them live.
Well, and that's the reason why I like going to a band for live anyway.
Hmm.
I like to have the band interact with the crowd. I like listening to the different variations. If I wanted to hear something that was crisp, clean, it sounds like came right out of the
Produced,
CD. Yeah, I just listen to it on the CD.
right?
So I really love it when I can hear a band that really interacts with the crowd, and even if they fuck up now and then, it's fun to be able
Yeah.
to listen to that fuck up and say, oh, I was there that time when they forgot the words to their own song,
Hmm.
type thing.
Yeah. No,
which probably is produced, and they do that because they
yeah,
think that everyone
it's all
else.
part of the show.
Exactly. But
That was like the
I'm a
biggest
sucker.
letdown I had of like working like concerts was realizing like all the encores are planned. Like,
Right.
oh wait, my applause didn't matter. You had 3 encore songs planned, and they're like, well, yeah, everything's planned. Like, you can't just have the stagehands not be prepared for that stuff. Like,
Right.
oh,
I've always
boo.
wondered on the times where a band said, you know what, we had an encore planned, but fuck these guys. I don't want to do it.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, especially the encore is
It's
usually
easier to
like
end early than to keep things going late.
yeah. Well,
I
and the
mean, you
encore
got
is usually
unions to
that
deal
one
with.
song that people are waiting to listen to. You know, I was just seeing online, I follow the group called the Dolly Rots, and they have a song that was pretty big a while ago called I'm Awesome. I'm fucking awesome, you know, I think is what it is or whatever. And they were showing the band list on this concert they were doing, and through the whole thing you didn't see it, but at the very end that was their encore song
Right.
was I'm Awesome. And it's just like, you know, I wonder if I'd ever go to a show and I'd be at that one show where they just say, you know what, fuck
Fuck it.
you, I'm not playing that song.
Yeah, I remember we went down to see They Might Be Giants in Omaha.
Mm.
And I was like, they have to play Istanbul. Are you kidding me? And it was the
Oh yeah.
encore song. So everyone's like, ah!
Yeah, go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun concert.
Good. So yeah, so I thank you, Mike, for
Yeah, that's a
including that.
great thing to get into for sure.
Absolutely. And if anyone else wants to get a hold of us, our email is a lot easier to remember. It's just I could get into this at Johnstone Supply.
Working
Oh
too
man,
hard. Gmail.com.
I need to have
Get
another
some
swig of
more
beer.
beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could get into this at gmail.com. The G and the J is just it's just too John's whatever. Oh
One of these
well.
days we have to just do that episode just plastered. Which would really just be us not having dinner and having like 2 beer. Well, maybe like 3 beers for you, but like 2 beers and
Right.
I don't know how this episode turned into 2 hours.
So I've done podcasts, a couple podcasts before, and we did that. And that was our 100th episode was our big episode where we were just like, all right, we're gonna get wasted, we're going to we're just going to push record, and we're going to start playing video games. We're just gonna, this is avant-garde. I mean, 15 years ago. And
Cutting edge.
exactly. And it turned into a 4-hour show.
Oh yeah, that would be, it was kind of like Destiny asked. He's just like, have you guys ever thought of doing like an AMA episode where people would just tweet you whatever question,
Right.
and you had to answer it. And I was like,
yeah,
I don't think we'd probably like 2 or 3 people would be like, yeah, what's your favorite color?
it'd be the shortest show that we would ever do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You and I could probably wax on about whatever we wanted to, but
Oh yeah, exactly.
maybe for that 100th episode,
Yeah. I think we're up to 19 right now, so
Nice.
we're 20% of the way
there.
Almost. So yeah,
we gotta get this hot sauce episode scheduled too.
I know. Well, we got to get the hot sauce. That's gonna be the thing.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna probably have to be later in the summer, huh?
yeah, I'm assuming so. I need to send a message out to Candy again and to find out when they know if they're going to get some peppers again.
Sweet.
But yeah, really excited to that. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening. And if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to be interviewed, if you think that you have enough to be able to talk about a full hour.
You're not a chicken, because I talked to somebody because they make soap, and I'm like, this would be really interesting. Like, no, I don't want to talk to people. I'm like, okay. We're not scary.
What about your vegan bull rider? When's he gonna come on?
Oh yeah, I should twist Phil's arm.
Absolutely.
Hey, brought in some more vegan beef jerky.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
It kind of tasted like just like chewy liquid smoke, but the texture was not good.
No.
Then A for effort, but
no, don't even give him that. Not the satisfaction.
No, yeah. Yeah, I'll see if I can twist Phil's arm. He'd be a good
All
one.
right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks,
right.
everyone. Thanks,
Yep.
Leah.
I'll catch you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.